1 year ago, you said you were pan. What changed? Everything and nothing. Everything and nothing. So I currently identify as a lesbian, but it's not that I'm only attracted to women, because what even is a woman, you know? It's more so an energy, a vibe, specifically a combination of masculine and feminine energies. I hate those words, but you know what I mean. I think there's a specific kind of masculinity that I do not like, regardless of who is expressing it. The toxic, fragile, like macho type of masculinity. So I find myself attracted to people who were socialized as men if they've shown that they've unpacked that toxic, fragile masculinity. So typically when they express femininity, which tends to be queer men more so, not always. If I were to say I have a type, it would be Black women. Because emotionally we can connect, physically, spiritually, everything. We have a shared experience, you know? So I don't really know how to answer this question.
All right, guys. So I stumbled across probably one of the most fascinatingly woke TikToks I have ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, these people are getting nuttier and nuttier and nuttier, right? The wokeness never ends. And this TikToker really turned it up a notch as she talked about dating preferences as a cis queer woman. And she's speaking on the fact that you have straight men who don't want to date trans women. And she's saying that that is transphobic, even if you don't want to date trans women because you want children. She also doesn't seem to know whether or not trans women or transgender people should tell their partners or people that they meet that they're trans before they start dating them. So I want to talk about that because, again, this is just insanity. But you guys know what's more insane than this woke TikToker? Being a guy and not having a skincare routine. That's why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. You've heard me talk about them before, and you're going to keep hearing me talk about them because I know the positive impacts the products will have on your life. Seriously, I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. Teach Hanley makes taking care of your skin uncomplicated. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing you don't. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. Oh, and to make it dead simple for guys like us, they provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. It definitely comes in clutch. Skincare wasn't always something I took seriously, but now that I have, I wish I would have started sooner. But you don't just have to take my word for it because they have over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Roll the clip.
Transgender people should definitely tell the people that they are dating that they're transgendered.
Someone tagged me in this and it really rubbed me the wrong way, so I felt the need to respond. Let me preface this by saying I am not trans. I am in no way trying to speak for or over the trans community, and if I am, let me know in the comments. As a cis woman myself, I am trying to speak to this other cis woman heart to heart, cis to cis. So she said a lot of different things in that video, and again, I'm cis, so there are certain things that I feel I shouldn't touch on because my opinion shouldn't matter. But I'm gonna speak to one thing. From what I've seen in the comments, I'm going to assume she means, like, if a trans person meets you for the first time, they have to tell you right off the bat that they're trans. This, to me, just lacks empathy. Like, it really just lacks empathy, honestly. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Trans women are women, trans men are men. This person asked me, would you date a trans man? And I was like, probably not because I'm a lesbian, but I would date a trans woman. And they responded saying, so it's okay for you to have a preference, but everyone else is transphobic? Since when is sexuality defined as a preference? preference. Is that what y'all are defining as your preference? Because your argument crumbles right then and there, babe. If you're saying, oh, I'm a straight man and I'm only attracted to women, which means I don't date trans women, you're saying that you don't think trans women are women, which is basic transphobia. Like, the easiest way to describe it. So, and now you see how the whole biological kids argument isn't your actual argument. Because at your core, you don't see trans people as valid, which is transphobic. Thank you for attending my fucking TED Talk. Oh no, the transphobia in my comment section needs to stop. Yesterday, I posted a TikTok responding to this question. What are the red flags you look for in men? And one of them was if he wouldn't date a trans woman. Red flag. And my comment section? You get the idea. I can't put them all because there's too many. Let me break this down. Trans women are women. So if you're heterosexual and you're a man and you said you wouldn't date a trans woman because it's a preference, that's just transphobia, period. The majority of the time, our preferences are rooted in something problematic. It could be trauma, racism, transphobia, the list goes on. If you want to find out what your problematic preferences are, click the link in my bio and watch this video. I am now going to take you all through an example. This person asked why it's transphobic to not want to date a trans woman. Already starting off on the wrong foot by referring to cis women as regular women, then said something about trans women not being able to carry children. If that's your sole reason for dating someone, keep that same energy for all the women who are infertile.
guys, I can't lie. When I was clipping these videos and I was finding this stuff, boy, I was dying, bruh. I was dying. This is out of control, bruh. This is out of control, man. This is crazy. This is insane. Let's break down what this person's talking about. We're going to get to the kids stuff in a minute, okay? Oh, you're transphobic because you want kids, right? You want to have kids, therefore you're transphobic. And you need to treat, women, regular women who can't have kids like shit, right? Because you don't want to date a trans woman because they can't have kids because they're not actually really a woman. But let's address what she said about her sexuality, okay? She claims that she's a lesbian. Well, the first video I played in the beginning of this video, I don't think she knows what she is, right? But I guess in some other videos, she claims that she's lesbian, right? But she says, look, I'm not transphobic, okay? Even though I have preferences, right? Everybody else who has preferences is a transphobe, right? If they don't want to date a transgender person. But she goes on to say, I'm lesbian, and because I'm lesbian, I only want to be with regular women, right? And trans women. And I'm like, wait. How does that work? Because you're lesbian, that means that by definition, you like biological women, okay? You like vaginas. I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming that's your preference, right? You're lesbian. You do understand that trans women, because they're not biological women, they all don't have vaginas, right? Some of them do have penises. And if you like penises, then that means that you're not lesbian. I'm just saying, you're bisexual. You just don't like masculinity, which I think that's a more accurate way to describe this woman's sexual preferences, right? You just don't like masculinity, okay? You don't mind the genitals, right? You're actually bisexual, okay? Because you like both sexes. You simply just don't like masculinity, right? Which is, hey, that's your prerogative, okay? But I'm just saying, I think there's some confusion going on here in regards to her preferences. But let's get to the part about kids, okay? Because, again, this is the part that really kind of annoys me when people do this, right? You say, look, I don't want to date a trans woman as a man because I want kids. Trans women, because they're not actual biological women, they can't have children. That's just a fact, right? But apparently that's not a valid excuse. Unless you are also saying that I don't want to date a biological woman who can't have kids either for genetic reasons. You have to eliminate both, or else you're transphobic. When, again, 99% of the time, if you're dating for children, then yeah, that means that a biological woman who can't have kids, she's going to be out of the dating pool, right? But that does not mean that you may not be sexually attracted to her, okay? Which, again, at that point, if you say that, look, I would, have a relationship with a biological woman or whatever, but I wouldn't with a trans woman, then again, they're going to call you transphobic, right? Again, so it doesn't really matter what your reason is. If you eliminate trans people from your dating pool for whatever reason, then you're transphobic, right? That's what they say. Okay, but again, she's allowed to have her preferences, even though her preferences make no sense whatsoever because she claims to be a lesbian, but she won't date trans men. Okay, trans men, a vast majority of them have vaginas. So again, I'm not sure exactly, what's going on there. Again, I just don't think she likes masculinity very much. I think that's the real problem here. But honestly, I'm just at the point, guys, where I'm just like, okay, fine. Like, if, just because I won't date trans people, if you want to call me a transphobe, I don't care. I guess I am transphobic, right? Just because I don't want biological women and men to compete against each other in sports, if that makes me a transphobe, I guess I'm transphobic, right? If I don't want kids being at drag queen shows, I guess I'm transphobic. If I don't want kids talking about sex in school with their kids, if that makes me transphobic, I guess I'm transphobic, right? If I don't want kids undergoing sex change surgeries as minors, I guess that makes me transphobic as well too. Hey, you know what? I guess I'm transphobic, right? You can't win with these people, bruh. I'm about to just stop pushing back the label, right? I'm about to stop pushing back on the label because, again, these people want to control every aspect of your life, including who you're allowed to sleep with and who you're not allowed to sleep with. And it just blows my mind. Okay, I think conservatives have given up on that a long time ago, right? But the leftists haven't, right? The leftists has gone full blown just authoritarianism on who you're allowed to sleep with and who you're not allowed to sleep with, right? Again, apparently, if you eliminate trans people from your dating pool, again, you're transphobic. And again, she also seems to have some confusion about whether or not she believes trans people should actually tell the people that they're dating that they're transgender. When I think that, again, if you're truly concerned about the safety of trans people, you should tell them, look, yeah, you should be upfront about who you are, especially when you're looking to date people, just to make it clear up front. Because again, that is how violence happens, right? Let's be real. And again, I'm pretty sure this person wouldn't appreciate it if a trans man wasn't upfront with her about their biological sex. Okay, consider how apparently she doesn't date trans men even though she claims she's a lesbian. So I don't know, man. These TikTokers are really just blowing my mind. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, most importantly share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.